Dallas, Texas. We're on our way to the airport right now. We're really excited. We're gonna go visit our friends from Pecos, and then we're gonna drive down to Big Bend National Park. We made it to Big Bend. We are at the park entrance and we're headed to Boquillas, Mexico.
Alright, so we just parked the truck. We're gonna walk over to the crossing and then we're gonna make our way to Boquillas, Mexico.
Even walking, you should be able to get back here by then if you don't make any stops. I wouldn't drink the tap water.
We're on our way to cross the river now. We just went through the port of entry. The people are really friendly. They give you a lot of information if you don't know what to expect on the other side. And that's what they did. They gave us information about what to expect. They also told us what we could cross over if we buy any souvenirs. They told us what is allowed and what isn't allowed, to watch out for that. That way they don't have to confiscate it. So yeah, we're walking now towards the river so we can cross over to Mexico.
Let's go eat some tacos.
They told us that we could ride a donkey, but we're still debating whether to ride the donkeys or not. Play by ear. Stay tuned. And here's the river. Can actually, looks like it's pretty shallow.
Water's clear.
And that's the area where you go cross into, where the donkeys are at and the guides. ¿Cuántas veces cruza, señor, al día?
Cuando vienen muchos, a veces que hasta 200, muchas veces.
Oh, puro ejercicio, ¿no?
Sí.
Ha de quemar mucha caloría aquí.
Sí.
Pero fíjese que ni está hondo.
No.
Yo pensé que iba a ser hondo.
No, ahorita.
Es más como para no mojarnos, ¿no?
Cuando está hondo tapa todo ahí.
Sí.
¿Y si subes?
Sí.
5 por persona.
Sí. 4.
Sí.
Aquí tiene 4 tickets, ¿ok?
Ok.
Gracias.
Muchas gracias.
¿Va a ir en burro, caballo o pickup truck?
Yo quisiera caballo.
Caballo.
Sí.
Yeah. You want donkey or a horse?
I'll get on a horse. 12 caballos.
Dos
caballos.
caballos.
Ok, él va a ser su guía.
Hola.
Hola.
Sandra, mucho gusto.
Omar.
Trabajo por tips, ¿ok?
Ok.
Ok,
Gracias.
muy bien.
Solamente
Hola,
dos
chico.
caballos, ustedes no van a ir a nada.
No, nosotros caminamos.
Ok.
Okay, so they just asked if we wanted to ride a donkey or a horse, and Vero and I decided to go on the horses. We didn't know that was an option, so we decided to go with the horse. And our guide is going to be with us. So yeah, we got a guide as well. Hola.
¿Ya está lista? Sí. De este, sí, suave. Quiere voltear por acá, para allá.
Our guide is telling us that the high season is now. Right now we're in March, during spring break time. And the summer is the lowest season because it's so hot that people don't want to come out here. He says sometimes there's only about 2 tourists, 3 that cross over and come out here to Boquillas. But generally people come during the winter time because it's just cooler and the heat doesn't get to them, which makes sense because apparently the temperature can reach up to 110 to 115 Fahrenheit out here. Already made it to Boquillas village, or the town of Boquillas. Got off the horses and I think we're gonna go eat now. Probably maybe look around at some of the souvenirs that they have.
todo esto lo hacemos nosotros, los bordones, los secadores, los fusil, los tortilleros.
So our tour guide is giving us the whole tour of the little town. So we're walking all over the little town. It's not very big. There's a lot of adobe houses and a lot of vendors selling things that they make with their own hands and material. He also says the nearest town is about 2.5 hours away driving.
Water's really warm.
Okay, our guides brought us towards the end of the town to show us like the springs that the locals use to like use the water and shower sometimes. He says that water's dirty right now, which it is. So I'm gonna touch it, see how warm it is. Oh yeah, it's warm. That's so warm.
You guys want to come touch it? It's warm, right?
Yeah, it's warm.
So we finished eating at Jose Falcon. That's the name of the restaurant. It's a really nice restaurant here in Boquillas. The food was delicious. I recommend you guys try the green enchiladas with chicken. They're really good.
It has this nice terrace where you can sit to have lunch with the view. It has an overlook you can walk onto and take wonderful photos and video. We really enjoyed it there. There's also live music and a souvenir shop. That restaurant really has it all.
And now we're headed back to the US. That's what you see in Mexico. You're pretty safe here, so there's really nothing to worry about. So now we're headed back across the river. We're gonna go see what else Big Bend has to offer.
Dropped off the horses and now we're waiting for a ride on a boat so we can cross back over to the US. So we're in Mexico and that is the US. We're probably gonna catch that boat right there. As you can see, there's already a long line of people waiting. Just crossed the border crossing. It's a pretty easy process and now we're just waiting for our friends to go through the process as well.
Yeah, it's just a little kiosk. It'd be a lot quicker if maybe there was an actual agent, because put in your passport, then it takes a little bit of time to process, and then they call you and just to verify who you are. But they're out.
Right, so we came, or at least we think we are, at the Hot Springs trailhead. We're gonna see if we can jump into the hot springs for a little while and then go to the Santa Elena trail, but unfortunately we didn't know this. The Santa Elena trail is 60 miles away from where we are now. This park is so massive that you think you might have time to do more than one trail, but then you realize that the trails that you want to do are literally polar opposite of each other. So we'll see what happens, but since these trails were next to the Boquillas crossing, we figured we should stop on the way. So that's what we're doing now. Which way is it? So we were parked in the wrong area. Then we had to drive out of there and find the correct parking lot to the hot springs. We're just walking there now. We'll see how cool it is.
So they just have it there to sell?
Yeah, you put it
Yeah,
there.
it's on the honor system.
That's
Huh?
like very trusting.
Yeah, that's good. that was the official trailhead entrance. Now we have a half a mile to walk to these hot springs. There's palm trees. It's like an oasis in the desert.
This building right here used to be a resort back in the 20s. People would come to the hot springs to get healed. You know, they thought it was healing water. And it cost $6 a week to stay here. Still haven't made it to the exact hot springs, but we're here just taking a quick small break. We just asked one of the park rangers how far Santa Elena Canyon was. She said it's about a 2-hour drive. So it's 3:30 right now. We don't think we're gonna make it out there today, so we'll probably have to catch it tomorrow morning. These are the healing waters and hot springs.
There's a lot of people. Okay, so we decided to walk back to Jake's truck and just head out of here because there was way too many people at the hot springs. So we decided as a group to just head back and head to our Airbnb, which is in the small town of Terlingua. So that's where we're going now. We came to the Balance Rock Trail. So we had to drive in on a dirt road for 30 minutes, and then we just got here to the trailhead. I think we have to hike for 1 mile there, and then it's a mile out, so it's a 2-mile round trip. And we're gonna see a Balance Rock, so we're excited to see that.
It's almost been a mile that we've been on this hike, and now we gotta walk or hike up, and the Balance Rock should be somewhere up there.
It's so good, look.
And when you're ready.
There's like a lot of up and downs and switchbacks.
I was like, ooh.
Let's hope we make this
It'll be good.
up okay.
We made it to the Balance Rock. It was up there, and we took some pictures, enjoyed the view. The mile hike is totally worth it. It's a beautiful view coming up here and once you're at the rock, so definitely recommend checking it out. We grabbed some photos, and now we're headed back to the truck, and we're going to Terlingua.
Just a few things before I end this video. If you guys ever are at Big Bend and you guys are going to Boquillas, Mexico, you need to take a lot of cash. Even though it is Mexico, everything is, I mean, they live off of tourism, so prices can be just as expensive as American prices. So my friend paid for a small bracelet, she paid $5. And the donkey rides, I believe, are $10 per person round trip, and the horses are $15 per person round trip. And the boat ride is $5 per person round trip. So we do advise carry a lot of cash. Everything's expensive. Souvenirs, if you want to buy souvenirs, they're expensive. We ended up spending like over $100 at that restaurant with food. It was food for 4 of us, and buying some souvenirs and stuff like that. You might be stuck out there without eating or without buying anything and just, you know, walking around. So that is my biggest tip if you do go to Boquillas, Mexico, here at Big Bend National Park. I hope you enjoyed this video, and we should be having another video where we hike Santa Elena Canyon here at Big Bend. Yeah, so thank you for watching.